And Sudan, the world's last male northern white rhino, has died. He leaves behind 2 females of his subspecies in Kenya, whom scientists hope to save from extinction. But that's going to cost $9 to $10 million and take even more than a decade, according to the Kenyan Conservancy Ol Pejeta, responsible for the remaining individuals. Take a look.
Sudan, 45 years old, was euthanized earlier this week. The Ol Pejeta Conservancy of Kenya said his precarious condition had been deteriorating rapidly. He had lived exceptionally long for an animal of his species and gender, equating to about 90 human years. Sudan was being treated for age-related complications, but it was particularly his progeny that was cause for concern. Sudan had even taken to Tinder to find himself a match. He was dubbed by the dating app as its most eligible bachelor, inciting users to swipe right to help raise some of the millions needed to keep his species alive.
So we've got an awfully long way to go, and this is a 10, possibly even a 15-year program to recover this species, and we estimate that it will cost somewhere in the region of $9 to $10 million.
At the end of his life, Sudan lived north of Nairobi, Kenya, with the last 2 females of the same species, 27-year-old Najin, whom he sired, and 17-year-old Fatu. Ol Pejeta said that they had collected Sudan's genetic material to be used in future to attempt the reproduction of northern white rhinos via in vitro fertilization, which would be a first for the rhinoceros species.
We have to develop techniques to remove eggs, oocytes, from the 2 remaining females. We have to then mature those eggs, which in itself is a very difficult thing to do for various reasons which I don't need to go into. Fertilize those eggs with stored semen. Luckily, there's quite a lot of stored northern white rhino semen around the world in various zoos, to create an embryo, successfully freeze and store that embryo, and then in time find a technique to reintroduce that embryo back into surrogate southern white rhino females, because the 2 northern white rhino females are incapable of conceiving.
While the southern white rhino roamed the plains of the African subcontinent in the thousands, poaching decimated the northern white population. Their horns were worth more than gold at $50,000 per kilo. Kenya's rhinoceros population has also declined drastically in the past 4 decades, dropping from 20,000 to a mere 650, all of which, but for Najin and Fatu, are black rhinos. Bureau Report, WION.